Hello everyone, I'm Kylie and today I'm giving you my demonstration speech. Have you ever had to miss out on a game day just due to not understanding the rules of the game everyone was trying to play? Well, today I'm gonna fix that. Dungeons & Dragons was a tabletop RPG created by Wizards of the Coast in 1997.
Mom.
This is a game for a group of people to get together and bond over playing wacky games with wacky characters and getting to fight bad guys and be epic. Some people may think this game is complex due to its various rules, as described in a 65-page rulebook. That is so unnecessary, and today I'm going to break that down into digestible bites where people can actually play the game without having all these rules. The first part of Dungeons & Dragons is characters, as described by the character sheets here. But really, you don't need to do all of this, it's extra. The only thing that really matters to a character is whatever wacky name you want to give them, what class you make your character, and their alignment. Character class is how a character attacks. You can have warlocks who attack using magic, or rangers and paladins who attack with swords and arrows, or a sneaky rogue who likes to backstab with a dagger. The type of weaponry you want to play with your character as is how you would determine your class. The other part of a character is their alignment, which is pretty much, are they good or are they bad? And how strict are they with their moral code? So, this example character here is Bob, the lawful evil, so they're fairly mean, but they stick to their own moral code. And he's a ranger. So that would mean you typically use bow and arrows or short swords. Now that you have a character, you get to use that character in combat and quest. Quests are the first stage, pretty much how you would start your session, where you are exploring and you can encounter NPCs, which are non-player characters. You can explore ruins or large cities and uncover the lore of your worlds. But something else can happen during these quest sections. You can encounter enemies, and this is how you move into your second session of the game, which is the combat phase. During the combat phase, you get to attack your enemies using your weapons and using initiative. Initiative is the order in which people attack, and that is determined by rolling this little thing right here, which is a d20, named for its 20-sided dice. You would roll this dice and say I got a 17. That would mean anyone who got higher than a 17 would have to attack first, and people who attacked lower than a 17 would attack after me. And initiative is how you determine the order of attack, and then it repeats after you go through everyone, which includes all player characters and all enemies. During your initiative turn, you can choose to attack with your weapon, attack with magic if you have any, such as a warlock can attack with magic.
Bye.
And then that order, so that's initiative. And initiative will continue to repeat turn after turn through everyone until one of three things happen. Either you can make peace with your enemies, such as negotiating during your attack turn. You can choose to negotiate, or you can just attack. The enemy chooses to run away, or you decide to run away, or the enemy or hero dies. In case that a character dies, you just create a new character sheet and you can start all over again. When combat is finished, then it starts over again with another quest phase. So the surviving players would then go out, quest some more, they can get treasure from enemies and all that, and that's how they further the plot. But you may be wondering, well, what is this mysterious plot, and who is in control of that? Considering if the players are in control, they would probably just give themselves all the gold immediately. The person in charge of controlling the plot and moving the plot along is known as a DM or Dungeon Master. The Dungeon Master's job is to keep everything in line, to ensure the basic rules of the game, pretty much. Don't cheat, don't magically have items that you shouldn't have, are furthered, and to describe what is happening during the quest phase, such as describing this grandiose city they're exploring, or this decrepit ruins. They also are the ones who control the enemies. Since player characters are played by the players, the Dungeon Master then will control enemies, non-player characters, also called NPCs, such as Glando, or any other random name people decide to give their NPC characters. And, well, yeah, basically the job of the DM. Make sure everything stays in line, further plot, and generally make sure your players don't try to kill each other. However, there are some risks with being the DM.
Mom.
A DM should never try to purposely kill off player characters, and should be actively helping further the plot while not being a character themselves.
Mom.
They are pretty much a non-existent god of the world. They are not in the story, and they should not put themselves in the story to ensure the enjoyment of their players. What I just gave you is a very simplified version of the rules, but it's definitely enough to start playing. Really, just pick up a random character sheet, put a name, alignment, and class down. Find someone with probably a little bit more experience than a new player to be your Dungeon Master, and just have fun. That is the point of the game, really.